So once again, this Christmas season has passed us up way too quickly. And initially I thought I had lost all of our footage since early December. But thankfully I was recently able to recover pretty much all of the footage. And we had such a fun, memorable, happy Christmas season. And I truly can't imagine not sharing these memories with you guys, especially considering this was our first Christmas in this home in Georgia, and then going back to visit family as well. So I hope you guys can bear with me as I share with you guys some of the happy memories from December 2023.
Yeah, we can trim it up for you if you'd like.
Just the bottom, please. You had fresh cut?
Fresh cut?
Yeah.
Okay.
We just got a Christmas tree. I'm so excited. Look at, he's huge. Seriously, so fat. I'm hoping it fits. Alright guys, we're back home now, so that means we gotta get our faux tree out of here and upstairs to our landing so that we can move our big fat boy in here. Usually we let our real trees just sit for a few days, that way they can drop properly once you put the lights on. And just make sure they get enough water and all that. So we're gonna do that, and then hopefully by Wednesday we can decorate it. So that's the plan, and I think the rest of today is just gonna be a very fun, very cozy, just weekend in the life. I think we're gonna watch some Christmas movies, do some Christmas puzzles, maybe do a little bit of New Year's planning as well. But that's it for now. We're gonna go grab our tree and just let the excitement begin. I also want to show you guys the fact that the people at the Christmas tree stand were nice enough to give me a whole bunch of the cutoffs when they shaved the bottom of the tree off to give you all a nice fresh cut. So they gave me a whole bunch of this. My plan is to line all the top of our kitchen cabinets with those to make it nice and festive. And maybe I can even find some lights or something to stick up there. Okay, so usually I love this so much more, but I think it's because they're so long that it's looking just a little straggly, or just almost wild and out of control to the point where it's not cute. So I think we're just gonna trim these up once I go find our clippers, and just that way they're not hanging over as much. And we can have some more smaller pieces just to insert where needed. It was about this time that Sam was finally done with his master's, meaning that he had quite a bit more free time on his hands. And being the super lovely husband that he is, he had volunteered to start working on dinner for us this night. That way I could start putting some ornaments on the Christmas tree. But don't you worry, he did in fact come on over and help me put quite a bit of ornaments on the tree, as well as get in a little bit of slow dancing to the Christmas music that we had on. I honestly can say that I think decorating the Christmas tree might be one of my favorite parts of decorating a home for Christmas, simply because every single one of our ornaments tells a story, whether that be a place that we've been, or a collected ornament from a family member that they keep giving year after year. My great uncle gives us an annual Christmas ornament, so it's always so much fun to get to pull those back out and reminisce over years past. Truly, this Christmas tree is just a tree of memories, and it means so much to me. And I can't wait for the day when Sam has more ornaments on the tree, and when we eventually have children and get to see all of their little memories as well. However, now that I think about that, we might need to get them their own separate Christmas tree, considering we've pretty much already overfilled our own Christmas tree just with mine and Sam's ornaments. But this is definitely a very, very sweet night, and it will honestly live in my memories for quite a long time. right about now, I'm sure many of you, if not maybe even all of you, think that I am just a little bit crazy for Christmas. And you'd be right. I grew up in a Christmas-obsessed family, and so to celebrate the season, we literally deck the halls with homemade snowflakes. We have done this since I was probably 7 or something around that age. And truly, I know it's probably childish to many people, but coming in and seeing homemade snowflakes that Sam and I, or my brother, or family members, friends, whoever it is, have made truly just brings me so much happiness. And I know that a lot of people decorate for the Pinterest vibe, so on and so forth. But that is not who I am. I am very much a elf, deck it out as much as possible. And so with that, we're hanging up snowflakes simply because it makes me happy. And so did the viral TikTok garland using a tension rod and so on and so forth. But seriously, I just want to encourage you, next time, next year, if you want to decorate your house a certain way, and maybe it's not the most aesthetic, but it brings you happiness, just do it. Seriously, I promise you, for at least the next 30 days, it'll make you so happy. So Sam decided to have these downstairs this year. Okay guys, I wanted to hop on real quick because I decided yesterday that I wanted to add more of the fresh pine down the legs of this as well. You too, excuse me. So I went out and grabbed another one of the tree rings that we cut off. That way I can try my best to incorporate it in there as well, and I'll show you guys the updated version because honestly it's just looking a little sparse. We are hosting a bunch of friends over for a little Christmas party, breakfast for dinner, and game night situation. And I wanted to film this to show you guys that you can have fun no matter what the situation is. It is a Friday night. We just got home. We have people over in 1 hour. So I'm gonna power make some breakfast foods and hopefully take you guys along for as much as fun as possible. But I gotta get moving. Today is going to be a fun, chill day in life at home as we near Christmas. So today I have a lot of baking that I would like to get done. I want to make lebkuchen to bring to a coworker. I have some bananas on my counter that are going bad and we're about to leave. So I want to make some banana bread to also hand out to a few friends as well. I did just finish work for the day, which is exciting. So don't have to do anything else for the rest of the day, which means it's pure holiday joy. I want to wrap some gifts. We have all the gifts that I purchased for friends and family that still need to be wrapped. But other than that, I want to show you guys kind of like the finished home tour of what we did for this holiday season. I was hoping to get more done. Truly, this was our first Christmas in this home. And I had a lot of hopes and desires, but quite frankly, we just got caught up in the season. Had a lot going on. There's a lot going on still, just with things that are up in the air. But anyways, I will update you guys on that in a future video if something comes of it. But for now, let's just get started with some cozy holiday wrapping, because I have a plethora, like a pile of Christmas gifts building up on my counter that need to get wrapped ASAP. All right, so I have everybody's gifts right here. And I think that's actually it, which is kind of shocking, not shocking. I'm gonna start with the in-laws gifts since they're just the smallest ones, which are the Apple wristbands. Also, can I say they're so cute? They wanted to get matching ones. So this is my mother-in-law and this is my father-in-law. They're just so cute. But anyways, as far as things that's been going on right now in life, currently my hard drives are corrupted, which is why you haven't gotten a video from me, because I lost most all of my footage that I've done from December 10th or 12th that wasn't filmed on my phone till just a few days ago. So that's why there are pretty much no Christmas Vlogmas episodes out, unfortunately. I'm trying to get that fixed. I have just lots of technological issues right now. Both my laptops, I have one that's old from college. It's probably almost 8 years old at this point. It is completely black screened. I'm trying to get things off of there. Then I have the Alienware laptop that my husband got for us to share so he can game when he was on scholarship for school, because he was on scholarship for esports, and so he needed to be able to play wherever we were, if we were traveling back home or on a trip or whatever it may be. We needed to be able to do that. And so we have, woo, he's okay. He survived. He's been through worse apparently, but that was almost bad. I'm gonna move him out of the way before my dad's nutcracker meets its final end. But anyways, as I was saying, just the computer issues have been very frustrating, to be quite honest, because I had lots of high hopes for the last little month of the year, because Christmas is truly like my favorite time of the year. I just love everything it has to do with. I love decorating with friends and family, spending all that time with them. And most importantly, just like making memories and that quality time. Here, one sec. But here, y'all can't even see what I'm doing. There we go. All right, but anyways, just lots of computer issues have really screwed up my plans so far for this holiday season. That, and there are some personal things at work going on that may completely change our plans for the next, well, the future in general, quite frankly. So as of right now, everything's kind of just up in the air, and we are just going with the flow, seeing what happens, everything like that. So the Christmas season's not been entirely what's been expected, but also I'm just so thankful. Like, we're in a much better place here down in Georgia than we were back in Kentucky. So this time last year, we were completely packing up our whole house to move down here, and didn't know if we were gonna have any friends, any community, anything like that. And I know I didn't get very many clips, but we did manage to have like a semi-holiday sweater game night, get together, breakfast for dinner situation with friends a while back. I think that was like 2 weeks ago now. And that was amazing. We've also had lots of other events that we've been invited to. We didn't host them, but we had like a life group, Christmas party, Christmas cookie get together. Seriously, so many things. And so I just feel so thankful and so blessed for where we are in life. However, I'm also uncertain as to what the future is going to hold right now. And I know that, especially this time of year, I find can be very difficult to process everything that's going on, and like all the joy and all the happiness and just everything like that, while also being uncertain of like what your future might look like. So So if any of you are out there also uncertain of what the coming new year is going to look like this holiday season, I'm with you, and I'm wishing you all the luck and comfort in the world. Whatever it is that you're wanting, I will pray that for you. And seriously, let me know down in the comments if there is anything that I can pray for you guys for, or hope for you guys for, whatever it is that will bring you comfort this time of the year. But anyways, that's kind of an update as to why there haven't been any videos. It's because I can't get any of the content back. It is long gone. I can't refilm some of it because it was obviously event based. But anyways, we're gonna move on past that and move on to something a little bit more cheery. And I figured I'd share with you guys some like the traditions we've started this year, traditions we've had in the past. So I would say the ones growing up are completely different than what we do now. Back when I used to live and was growing up with my parents, we had quite a few traditions, being that we would decorate Christmas cookies the night before Christmas, obviously for Santa, and sometimes we would give them to neighbors the following day or just family and stuff like that. But me and my father would also go out to one of the church cemeteries near us where my grandfather is, and we would light one of the candles from the Christmas service at his gravesite, so that it's just a way to feel close to him this time of year. I think I've kind of mentioned to you guys, my dad is an absolute big Christmas fan, and so I mean, I don't even think big actually encompasses everything. Like, he is truly a child, like the childlike wonder that you see with kids. My father still has that, even into his 50s, and I just love that. And so I think going to the gravesite is just a way to continue those memories and just show love even for those that have passed on. Alright, all the gifts are wrapped up and ready to go. Honestly, I think that this wrapping paper is probably my favorite, but I didn't want to get out a whole new tube, especially when I like when the gifts match each other for certain family members and friends. But that's it, they're ready to go, and I'm just so ready to be back home, honestly. Alright, it's probably about 1 in the afternoon. I'm gonna go ahead and make some banana bread. That way that has time to cook before I move on to the German lebkuchen later tonight, since that's gonna take quite a bit longer, and I think it also is supposed to set in the fridge for quite a bit. But I'm gonna go ahead and start working on the banana bread, and I'll share that recipe with you guys. This one is one that I've adapted to only need 2 bananas, because usually the recipe I love to use needs 4 ripe bananas. So a little bit different, has butter and other things that you don't always have to add with the other recipe. So yeah. Alright, bananas mashed up. I am adding some slightly melted butter. I'm going to mix that up with 2 eggs and then about a half of a tablespoon of vanilla extract. And this is just my way of doing it. That way you only have to use 1 bowl. Also, at this point in time, make sure you have your oven heating up, or else it's going to take a hot minute for it to be ready. Whoop. We got a new vanilla, apparently. Why do I always have to make these things so difficult? Especially when a girl finally decides to cut her nails real short for no apparent reason. Alright. So I just eyeball it, just a little boop. And that should be good. I'm gonna mix all that up. Alright, head be cold, but while we were on the phone, I went ahead and added the baking soda and some cinnamon into here. Next thing I'm going to do is add in a cup and a half of all-purpose flour. And then a half cup of sugar. However, I do find if you do add chocolate chips into this recipe, you can decrease the sugar a little bit. Alright, the last thing is just to mix all this up, and then once you have the base mixed up, go ahead and mix in whatever toppings you want to add, whether that be like nuts, or chocolate chips, or caramel chunks, or whatever the heck you feel like putting in your banana bread. I usually will just do nuts if I'm using it as like a breakfast bread, but if I'm using it as more of just a dessert, then I'll add chocolate chips and nuts. And I think walnuts or pecans are my favorite in here, but it just depends on what you enjoy. I'm gonna keep mixing this up, and then once it's done adding those toppings, throw it in at 350 and then call it a day. Also, I was going to use my cute little Merry Christmas mini baking dishes. However, I really should have more than just 2 of these if I'm going to use it in place of 1 large loaf pan. But I'm going to go ahead and pour it in here, and then it's going to go into the oven for 50 minutes, and then the banana bread will be done. Alright, so I moved on to the lebkuchen, and I did the sugar and honey over the stove already, along with a lot of the spices, and now I'm just doing the flour and the baking soda here in a second. But the biggest thing that's always tricky with this is mixing the honey mixture into the flour mixture. And I will definitely say it's much easier if you do have a KitchenAid. Alright, now that I've finally found the correct attachment for this, I'm gonna get this, come on. I'm gonna get this going on low. And then slowly add in 1 more cup of flour, and I'm gonna grab the baking powder as well.
Ready? You want to hear it?
Christmas. The whole family over here. Sam's busy.
So crowded.
And we've got all the puppies.
I have no idea what's breaking.
Nasty, we don't need to do it no more.
Nasty.
Ho 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 and all that.
That's what's gonna be funny when you get older, Earl.
Not the feet.
Hello.
That's so sweet.
Those are boring videos.
You'll like this when you're older.
Trace. What was it? Buffalo Trace?
Oh, of the whiskey?
Uh,
You got a day planner, huh, Mom?
Yeah.
So this says to Chris from Mark. And this to
yeah,
Chris.
you're great. Thank you, Mark. Yeah, Senator goes whenever I'm in town. I'm ready to get it. I'm in the area.
Here sometime?
Honestly, I have to.
He's expensive this year. No, look at this, man. That's pretty cool. Just swing it around. That's really
don't know how
That's
tight that
easy.
is. So.
You're always running.
Pink lace.
Thank you. How you feeling?
You probably could use a new one.
I go through journals
I
there.
know you do. And it's something.
That's very pretty. That bought from.
Looks like my cardigan, and I had to take that thing off. It was too weird.
Ain't fooling around no more. Let's transfer it to the sketchy blender. Thank you, Mark. Your version blender. Yeah. Thank you.
You're welcome.
Seriously, we keep dumping it into the little sketchy, like, what is it, bullet blender?